She told me she slept with her ex while I was buttering her toast. No drama, no build-up. Just a casual drop of poison over a quiet Sunday breakfast. It was 9:07 a.m. I remember that because the kitchen clock ticked louder than usual, and I remember watching the second hand twitch as she chewed her food, and phased, like she just told me she forgot to pay the gas bill. It just happened, Marcus. I saw Derek last month at that charity gala, and one thing led to another. One thing led to another. My wife of 3 years, the woman I thought I knew, the woman I built a home with, paid off her student loans, supported through career shifts, and held every night without fail. I didn't respond immediately, not because I was stunned, but because something deeper, older, colder settled in my bones, like my body already knew long before my brain caught up. The late-night meetings, the sudden need for space, the lack of eye contact during sex. I'd seen the signs, sure, but you want to believe the person you love wouldn't become someone you have to investigate. She looked irritated that I didn't react. No yelling, no tears, no begging, just silence. She sighed, pushing her ex around with her fork like a bored teenager. I didn't mean for it to happen, okay, but things have felt off with us, like you're here, but you're not here. I kept looking at her, not with rage, not even with heartbreak, just disappointment, like watching someone burn down a house you spent years building brick by brick. I sipped my coffee and asked one question. Voice steady. How many times? She blinked. That rattled her. Does it matter? It does to me. She looked away, downing her orange juice like it might erase the guilt. 3 times, but it wasn't emotional. I nodded. Noted that. Not emotional. Just enough times to establish a pattern. Just enough to shatter trust beyond repair. I stood up, rinsed my plate in the sink, and placed it in the dishwasher like it was any other day. My heart was thudding. Yes, but not from grief, from finality, from the deep, irreversible click of a door closing in my soul. Where are you going? She asked, a little nervous now. Work? I said simply, grabbing my coat. I have a team call in 20 minutes. You're not. Mad. I looked her in the eye. I'm done. She didn't understand. Not yet. But she would. I shut the door behind me. Not with a slam. With quiet precision. Work wasn't about work that day. It was about survival. I sat in my glass-walled office, staring at my monitor. But my mind wasn't on the quarterly numbers. It was on her, on me, on everything I had given to a woman who thought so little of me. She dropped a confession of infidelity between 2 bites of toast. I didn't cry. I didn't shake. I opened a blank spreadsheet. It started as a distraction. Just something to fill the space between the anger I wasn't ready to feel and the silence I was trying to protect. But soon, it became something else. A record, a history, a truth she'd never bothered to see. Line by line, I added the costs. $2,800, paying off her credit card debt before our wedding. $1,450, her dental veneers she couldn't smile without. $6,300, the honeymoon to Santorini. I paid for both flights, all 5 nights, every cocktail. $18,000, her online master's degree. $39,700, the SUV in her name, but under my loan. $5,200, rent for her sister when she lost her job, because we're family now. By the end of the afternoon, I'd counted $91,480.17, not including the day-to-day, not including the emotional labor, not including every late-night talk where I reassured her she was enough, that she mattered, that I loved her. She called around 3 p.m. I let it ring. Then Josh texted me, "You okay, man?" Josh is my best friend, and an attorney who doesn't wear suits unless he's going to war. I told him what happened, straight and clean. No sob story, no dramatic arc, just the truth. He replied immediately, "Want the name of the nastiest divorce lawyer I know?" Yes. It was that simple. Later that evening, I sat alone in the apartment. She wasn't home yet, likely at some spin class or decompressing with friends, like she often did after detonating something emotional. I printed the spreadsheet, 3 crisp pages, stapled. Then I placed it in a manila folder with a sticky note on the front. Just a reminder of everything I gave while you were giving yourself away that night. I didn't sleep much. But it wasn't because I was heartbroken. It was because I finally stopped lying to myself. This wasn't a rough patch. This wasn't a mistake. This was a woman who had already left me. She just hadn't packed her things yet. And I had just begun to pack my strength. When I got home the next night, she was waiting, arms crossed, lips tight, pacing like someone who just realized the house is burning and has no idea where the exits are. "You're being cold," she said. I walked past her, set my keys down, and opened a drawer. I placed the manila folder on the table between us. She didn't reach for it. "What is that?" "Itemization," I said calmly. "Every way I've invested in you over the past 4 years." Her fingers hovered above the folder. "You're keeping tabs now?" "No," I said. "I'm settling accounts." She opened it. Her face went pale somewhere around the second page. "This is insane," she whispered. "What's insane?" I said. "Is thinking you could cheat and still benefit from what I built." She scoffed. "So what? You want me to pay you back?" "No. I want you out. And I want you to understand that from this moment forward, you are not entitled to a single thing I earned while you were calling someone else, baby." She lashed out the only way she knew how, with deflection. "You've been emotionally checked out for months," she snapped. "Maybe if you had shown me some attention." I cut her off with a look. Quiet, final, the kind of silence that says, "Don't even try to climb out of this hole you dug." Then I pulled out the photos. I had waited to use them. I didn't even need to, but I wanted her to know just how seen she'd been. 3 shots. Her and Derek. His car in front of the hotel. Her hand on his chest. Time-stamped, dated, undeniable. She backed into the wall. Her voice got small. "You were spying on me." "No, I was confirming." I handed her the legal packet next. Signed. Witnessed. Divorce petition with full financial terms laid out. My attorney's number at the bottom. Jennifer Chin, a woman known in legal circles for leaving cheaters with nothing but their maiden names. Sarah's hand trembled as she flipped through it. "You're really doing this," she whispered. "Over a mistake?" "No," I said, "because I finally see you clearly." That night, I slept better than I had in months. She stayed in the guest room. I heard her crying around midnight. I didn't check in. I wasn't cold. I was done. 2 months later, she moved out, left behind her red dress, the one she tried to win me back in. I left it hanging on the doorknob like a warning to myself. Fast-forward. 2 years later, I was sitting on a rooftop terrace with Elena, my partner now, steady, kind, no drama, no chaos, no games, just peace. My phone buzzed. A message from Sarah. "I know you probably hate me. I don't blame you, but I'm struggling. Could you help? Just $5,000. I'll pay you back, please." I showed it to Elena. She looked at me, one brow raised. "What are you thinking?" I smiled. Then I typed, "I'm not your solution anymore." Locked the number. And just like that, the last door closed. Not with a bang, but with quiet relief. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it's just walking away cleaner than they ever expected.